Top 25 Warehouse Manager Interview Questions and Answers. Companies are always looking for competent warehouse managers, given the essential roles these professionals play. They are tasked with overseeing the receipt, storage and distribution of goods promptly and efficiently. Warehouse managers prevent any breakdown in warehouse functions which can be detrimental to your business. They undergo thorough grilling processes before being employed. You should expect an extensive interview, which can be pretty frustrating without enough preparation. This video looks at 25 commonly asked questions in warehouse manager interviews to give you an idea of what to expect. Remember, you will mainly be assessed on warehouse management functions and leadership skills, areas with which you ought to have vast knowledge. 1. Why are you interested in this role? Sample answer: I have been in this field for 7 years now and therefore have all it takes to serve your organization. I believe that you will best utilize my level of expertise and management skills. I also use most of your products, and it would be an honor to oversee some of the functions that lead to their production. 2. What are the roles of a warehouse manager? Sample answer: some of the responsibilities that I have had in my former warehouse management positions are managing overall warehouse operations, recruiting and hiring employees, managing warehouse equipment and technology, updating senior management on warehouse operations. 3. What are the qualities that a warehouse manager need to be effective? Sample answer: a warehouse manager should have superb organizational skills given the nature of their job, as well as excellent leadership abilities. They should also be technologically savvy and able to bring people together. Other qualities are high levels of precision, safety-mindedness, integrity and ability to work under pressure. 4. What major challenge did you face during your last role? How did you manage it? Sample answer: having transitioned from a small warehouse, I found managing over 100 people challenging at first. Several people were looking up to me, which put on me the pressure to perform. I decided to group these employees into teams and allowed them to appoint team leaders who then reported to me for ease of management. It worked. 5. Describe your daily routine as a warehouse manager. Sample answer: my day starts early. Once the warehouse teams have opened up the premises, I designate orders that were placed late the day before, making them a priority. I then set the team up to start taking the day's orders before going through my emails and replying to the urgent ones. The rest of the day is then spent overseeing the booking out of orders, reviewing stock levels and overseeing the loading of orders to the courier vehicles. I also review courier invoices to ensure proper billing and timely delivery. 6. Briefly describe your experience. Sample answer: I have spent a large part of my career maintaining different warehouse equipment and keeping overall warehouse conditions up to standard. I first started as a material handler, where I operated and maintained various equipment. I then progressed to management and supervisory. 7. What kind of strategies and mindset is required for this role? Sample answer: this job requires emotional intelligence. You have to know how to work well under pressure and prevent minor occurrences from ruining your day. One must put on a positive mindset. As for the right strategy, one must embrace teamwork as you cannot handle this job independently. 8. What is the biggest challenge that you foresee in this job? Sample answer: I have gone through your warehouse inventory, and I am glad that you have up-to-date systems, equipment and technology. Therefore, I will not experience some of the challenges I have witnessed over time. However, the job description requires working on Saturday, which happens to be my day of rest. I am not sure how this will turn out, but I am optimistic that we will reach a worthy agreement or make a compromise. 9. What keeps you motivated? Sample answer: I am a great believer in success. Everything I do is always geared towards succeeding. I do not give up until I meet my daily goals and thrash the set deadlines. I also practice meditation, which helps me with tolerance. Lastly, I take pride in what I do, meaning that I am always motivated to achieve good results in my work. 10. What is your greatest strength that can help you in this job? Sample answer: I love human interactions. I love being in social circles where we get to talk and interact. Given that this is a job that calls for teamwork, I am sure that my love for human interaction comes in handy. It helps me bring people together on a common goal, listen to their grievances and help them work on solutions. 11. What is your management style? Sample answer: I believe in maintaining an open door policy, where employees and colleagues feel free. I usually urge my team to communicate freely and even suggest how I can help them be more productive. I always prefer knowing the challenges they may be facing, whether they need additional resources or any issue that may hinder performance. I am also a good listener who pays attention and do whatever is within my power to address issues. 12. What are some of the technologies that you use in warehouse management? Sample answer. As a warehouse manager, I believe that technology plays a vital role in automating a number of warehouse functions, including but not limited to order processing and inventory control. I, therefore, use several warehouse management systems such as Robocom, TECSYS and 4SIGHT in my day-to-day operations. 13. Have you ever designed and implemented an initiative that improved warehouse efficiency and productivity? Sample answer. As a warehouse manager, one of my primary roles is to constantly evaluate processes and systems to identify areas that require improvement. At my last job, I realized that most warehouse equipment and vehicles were in bad shape. I had a meeting with the warehouse owner where we agreed on a plan for regular servicing and replacements of completely worn-out machines. Our efficiency and productivity greatly improved. 14. Can you manage staffing needs during peak seasons? How? Sample answer. I understand that some periods have heavier workflow due to special sales and holidays. I have come to learn that every manager needs a staffing plan that takes care of such periods. Part of my plan is to review calendars to identify upcoming holidays, meet with teams responsible for product releases, have significant product sales dates in mind, and lastly, keep part-time staffing agencies close. 15. Can you manage to work under pressure? Sample answer. I understand what is required of me as a warehouse manager, which can be pretty overwhelming. However, I have perfected working under pressure to ensure that all warehouse functions meet the set deadlines. To help me do that, I focus on proper role assignment, excellent communication, proper task delegation, and technology to manage time and processes. 16. Why do you want to work for us? Sample answer. I have heard positive things about your company, and I thought my services would be better utilized here. I also prefer to challenge myself most of the time, which I will achieve here since your company has several warehouse activities. Lastly, I use most of your products, and watching over the functions that lead to their formation will be my joy. 17. How do you ensure that you are updated on warehouse logistics? Sample answer. Having been in this field for quite some time, I have witnessed some of the changes that warehouse managers enjoy now. I have seen new systems and technologies being introduced over time. However, I still prefer to read logistic publications and online information, which keep me updated. I also attend lots of industry events and occasionally meet with vendors, and have fruitful discussions. Lastly, networking with fellow managers has kept me posted on some developments that have made my work easier. 18. How would you manage the materials we handle here? Sample answer. I have dealt with the materials your organization deals with and therefore know exactly what needs to be done. I will use custom racks and storage bins to simplify the handling of materials. Other equipment that would come in handy in moving materials safely from one place to another are carts, dollies and standard forklifts. Technology also plays an essential role in warehouse management, and therefore, I would identify logistics software for managing the inventory. 19. How do you schedule employee shifts? Sample answer. I first consider the skills of every employee since every team must have the correct number of employees with skills in logistics and movement of materials. I then ensure that every employee is scheduled in a shift they are comfortable with and does not inhibit their personal lives. Lastly, I check the entire schedule and ensure that every employee in given shifts can work together without having any conflicts. 20. How would you keep management posted on achievements and issues that need their attention? Sample answer. My time in this field has made me appreciate the importance of keeping management updated. I, therefore, inform them of any achievement, operations statuses and any issue that threatens operations. To do this, I write regular reports. However, if the need arises, I may contact any management teams via phone, pass the intended information and request help. I only use the last means when necessary. 21. What are some of the changes that you anticipate in the warehouse industry? Sample answer. The warehouse industry has been rapidly changing over time due to development in technology, regulations and issues around supply chains. I cannot wait for virtual warehousing, alternative shipping methods, the use of artificial intelligence in warehousing and changes in how materials are packaged and equipment handled. I believe that all these changes will make warehousing easier, efficient and more enjoyable. 22. How do you motivate employees? Sample answer. Employee motivation plays a vital role in improved production and warehouse efficiency. I prefer to make employees feel that they are valued. I, therefore, congratulate them on their achievements and reward the best employees of the month. I also encourage them to feel free and point out anything that may not be sitting well with them. I also take time to listen to them and take up issues beyond my job description with senior management. 23. How do you solve conflict between you and an employee? Sample answer. I understand that people may not always get along together in a work setting. However, I usually do all that is within my powers to prevent conflict. Whenever I have a problem with an employee, I prefer reaching an amicable solution. I will call him, and we will have a discussion over coffee. I will urge him to tell me their side and then explain what was expected. I will also apologize if I may have wronged them. We will then work on a solution and mend bridges. 24. What is the largest number of employees you have managed at a go? How did you find it? Sample answer. I once worked in a warehouse with 100 employees. It was challenging at first, given that I was in charge of only 30 employees before joining. I decided to group them into teams, which made work more manageable. I believe that the challenges I experienced at first made me the type of warehouse manager that I am. 25. How do you make sure that your employees are well trained on warehouse safety? Sample answer. As a warehouse manager, one of my most significant concerns is ensuring that employees are safe when handling machinery and equipment. To do this, I usually ensure that there are monthly safety training sessions on warehouse machinery and equipment. I also give them a follow-up quiz to assess what they learned from the program.